package. So this one is an easy one. So this one's a no-brainer because you already know what's inside. It's LEDs. Yes, LEDs. So a couple of years ago, on my Balsam Hill tree, for whatever reason, I got probably a bad batch of lights, string lights on it, and they started going out. So I replaced them with all my spares that I had, and then they were still going out. So I was just plucking bulbs from wherever I could get them from. So I was putting cold white in there. I was putting 5mm LEDs in there. I was picking anything that had 3 volts or whatever could support 3 volts and just shoving them in the sockets and shoving them back in the lights, because as the lights were going out, I had so many that went out all at once. The voltage started increasing for the rest of them, and they started going pop, 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 pop. It was the National Lampoon light failure. So I was able to salvage everything. Salvage Christmas. I saved Christmas by putting whatever I could putting back in them. So I needed bulbs. So I went to Balsam Hill. Guess what? They don't sell them. Can't get them. Can't buy them. You can't buy the strings. They were all sold out. Never to be back in stock ever, as far as I know, until recently. But they're a different design, and I got a video on them about them on this channel. So you have to backtrack or search, or maybe I'll be a nice guy and leave a link so you can check it out. Not that anybody would watch it, but whatever. So for years and years and years, I went on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that to find replacement 3mm LEDs in warm white. At the time that I was searching for them, they could not be found. You could only get cold white. So that's what I had. I mean, and that's what I replaced a lot of bulbs with. It was about 200 individual lights that I had to salvage and fix and stuff like that. And I got videos on how to fix the element on your Balsam Hill LED trees. How to take the glass envelope off, how to pluck out the LED element, how to salvage the little spacer, how to put them back in, how to put the legs in correctly so that they're just plug and play, and how to put the glass envelope back on, either by friction fit or a little touch of glue. So that's how I did it. And until last year of 2021, I was able to finally manage to get warm white 3mm LEDs. So I bought a package of them. It was only a package of hundreds because I wasn't sure on the color temperature of them. So it just happened to turn out they were spot on for color temperature. A little bit brighter than the stock ones, but that's fine because in time they'll dim out and then they'll blend in with the rest of them. So that's what I did. So this year, in 2022, I got tired of looking at that cold white hodgepodge that I got on my warm white tree, and I says, I'm going to restore it back to where it was. So I took whatever lights that I had, all the cold whites that were basically on the outside branches, and I replaced them all with the warm white. So that was a lot of fussing around, having to take the elements out and repair them and stuff like that. So I used up all 100 bulbs, and I had to do it 11 at a time. So it took some time, but I did all 100, and then I ran out. So I'm like, well, now I need to get some more. So that's what I got. I got more LEDs. So these are a mix of 2 different kinds, and I got to find which one's the oddball, because I bought infrared LEDs because I want to, when I rehab info globes, I want to put a brand new transmitting, hopefully it works, new transmitting IR lamp. So I don't know which one is the IR. I'm going to say that these are warm white, warm white, warm white. This one's different, and this one's the same. So open one of these up. and they're in a nice little package, and blah, blah, blah. And these are the warm white, wide angle LED bulbs. I shouldn't say bulbs, they're lamps. So they're a flat top, so they will blend in perfectly with what I have or what I'm going to repair. So these are your typical warm white, 3000 or whatever, blah, 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 K LED. And then just to briefly go over what I do, I take my Balsam Hills out, and like I said, the glass envelope just pops right off. So, pops right off. I gotta get my little speed bump back in place so I'm not sliding all over the freaking house. And this is what I did 11 at a time until I got more bulbs. Unfortunately, I got to modify them to replace them. So these little guys, I just rip them out. And this is one of the early generations of the LEDs that I didn't salvage the little spacer that went in between the bulb. So this is going to be a deep set. So like I mentioned, and I have on earlier videos, I'm not going to go in full detail. Long leg, lamp lock side of the holder, stick the new LED in there, bend them over, nip them off so it's not awful long, but it's not too short, so that you can plug them right back into your Christmas tree and save Christmas and make everybody happy, so you don't so you can save some money. Bend them over, put the little glass envelope back on, and it's fixed. A lot cheaper option than to buy these things, because like I mentioned that these are in a previous video, these are the older Balsam Hill LED candlelight LEDs. They call them the 1As. So the new Balsam Hill LED candlelight replacements are a different style. I have a video on them. You got to do a little trimming and a little squishing, and they'll plug right in. I'll leave a link on them, or you can search my channel for how I did that, and blah, blah, blah. So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 more spare lamps. I got plenty of bulbs to last me several decades. And of course, now that these are widely made and available now on eBay or Amazon, I can always do a quick reorder and have plenty on hand. So that's that. So briefly, I'll go over the IR LEDs. The IR LEDs are for info globes. And I really don't think it matters on the intensity of the IR, because who the hell knows what they used when they originally built info globes. So I think I got an issue with one of my older ones. It gets a little cranky. Of course, they're modified. They are not longer stock info globe. It's now an internet info globe. So I figured, well, maybe it goes off time and I can never really get it to track. So it's either a problem with the ESP chip where the timing is just, you can't get it, or maybe the LED is a little tired. So that these are a replacement 3mm IR LEDs. I can put battery power on them. It ain't going to do any good because you won't be able to see it. You need a special camera with a filter on there to see infrared light. So that's that for that little package. And that's it for this video. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.